Hello again. Well, the cold weather's back, but we're away next weekend and we've noticed that one of the headlights on the van isn't working. So I'm going to nip off and get a new bulb and we'll put that in and see if that solves the problem. Well, the good thing is that the headlights bulbs are quite easy to get to in the van. So easy to get to the back of the headlight, take off the wire there. And then this little rubber cap comes off, and then you just got a little spring retaining clip which holds the bulb in, which again is relatively easy to get out. And then here comes the bulb. In actual fact, that bulb looks okay-ish, but let's whack the new one in and see if that makes any difference. Now here we are with our new bulb. It's an H4 bulb in this van, so again, when you take it out of the packaging, make sure you don't touch the glass of the bulb. Okay, so here we go, new bulb going in. In you go, come on. Clip on. And on goes the rubber cap. And last of all, plug that back in. Well, that's annoying. We did have a problem a little while ago with the headlights not working at all, which we traced to a bad earth. I guess there could still be a problem there, but I think the first thing to check is if we're actually getting any power at all in that connector. So let's get the multimeter and check that first. Right, let's check the hold the camera at the same time. So I'm getting voltage between the top connector and each one of the side connectors, and not side to side. I've no idea what it should be. I'm not much of an auto electrician, so I'm just going to compare it to the other side to see if it's the same or not. So in actual fact, you can see side to side on that one, I am getting 14 volts. But nothing from the top to the side. So there's definitely different side to side. I don't know if you got the gist of that. It's quite difficult to film and check that at the same time. But what you've got on the back of each bulb is 3 pins. I'll show you on the old bulb to maybe explain it a bit better. So you've got the connector goes on the back with 3 pins. Now I've no idea what should be going on. Electrics just aren't my thing at all, really. I really don't like this sort of thing. Much rather fix something mechanical. So I really don't know what I'm doing here, but I figure at least both sides should be the same. So on the side that doesn't work, I've got virtually no voltage between these two. It's quite difficult to check, but I think I've at the most got a couple of volts between those two, but I've got 13 volts between each of those, the top and the side ones. When the lights are on, or should be on when the switch is on. On the other side, the side that does work properly, I've got 14 volts between those two, and no volts between that and the centre one when the light's on. So I figure both of them should be the same. Now we did have a problem with the earthing point before, so I think probably the first thing to try is to clean that up again and see if that helps. But first I'm going to have some tea and a sandwich. main earthing point underneath the bonnet is just on the inside of the wing here. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. We'll start by cleaning that up first. But to do that easily, we'll take the spare wheel out. So let's take these off and give it a good old clean up. Just a bit of emery paper. And some of Gary's contact cleaner. Unfortunately, that's made no difference. Yeah, there's another earthing point we can try clearing up, and it's just underneath the dash. Well, can you see it? Probably not very well. It's there anyway, underneath the dashboard on the driver's side. So I'll clean that up as well, and we'll see what happens. Okay, well, unfortunately that didn't work either. I'm not entirely sure what to do next. As I say, electrics really aren't my thing, really. I guess what I could do is try and trace the wires, but they do just seem to disappear into the frame behind the wings, so I'm not entirely sure that's going to be that easy. I guess I could give in and take it to an auto electrician. That might be the last straw, but if anyone's got any ideas, then please let me know. But we do also have another little problem with the headlights, which I'll show you. So the problem is that this headlight, which is the one that doesn't work, is nice and solidly mounted. But down to the other side of the van, the headlight that does work, yeah, wobbles around like that. So that's obviously not good for dazzling other drivers and stuff, so we want to get that fixed. But also, I'm a little concerned it might just fall out at some point, which would also not be too good either. So I reckon if I take the grill off, I should be able to see what's going on there and maybe sort that problem out at least. Both these end fixings have snapped off. Alright, well I've got the whole front off now. I had to disconnect the indicators to do that, but unfortunately this connector here broke when I did it. That's, I think, the earth connector for the indicator, so I'll need to fix that before I put that back on. You can see really this is supposed to be, I think, threaded into the plastic there, whereas over here on the other side everything just slides, so that's really not how it should be, I don't think. So I'll see if I can find some nuts to go on there that will at least hold things in place, although this thread's pretty rusty. Okay, well it's not wobbly anymore. It's a bit of a lash up. What I've done is these adjustment screws are totally corroded. I need to see if I can find some more of those on eBay or something. And I guess eventually we'll have to take this whole cradle out and re-engineer it so it makes a proper adjustable headlight. In the meantime, I can only get a nut as far as this. This is totally corroded. So I've put some screw cups on there to make a spacer that I can adjust to adjust the beam. And I've managed to get 2 roofing nuts on here. I think what should really happen is these are threaded inside. You should be able to turn this and it just pivots there and draws the headlight in and out for you to adjust it, but that's clearly not going to work at the moment. So this is a reasonably sensible angle, I think. We will need to get all that properly aligned, but we obviously need to get the other headlight working first before we can do that. So at least it's fixed so it doesn't swing up and dazzle people. Next challenge before we can put it all back together is this. This is half of the little earth thing that goes onto the indicator, and down here is the other half. So I wonder if I've got some more terminals like that I can just crimp on. Well, I found I have got these female bullet connectors. They are in fact a little bit too large, but if I use the sleeve from the broken one and put it on there, it's a reasonably tight fit to this. So I'm going to crimp this onto the stub of my wire there and then connect it all back up. It's a horrendous lash up and we will have to redo that properly later, but I'm not going to have much time in the week to sort anything else out before we go away, so fingers crossed that this works anyway. So here we go, there's the completed bodge up. Look at that, that's proper lash up, isn't it? But hopefully that'll work and get us to the Peak District next weekend. Okay, let's get the grill back on. Well, I fired it up and checked again and those indicators are working just fine. So we still have the problem with the headlight, but we'll have to try and sort that out later, I think. See, there is also some damage to the grille here, which I noticed the other day. We'll have to try and sort that out as well at some point. That's another little project for another day, fixing all that up. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoyed it, press like, subscribe if you want to see some more, and ring the bell to be notified when we upload something new.